Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this spiky choker. And before we get started, I wanted to give a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for supporting me, and let's get right into the tutorial. To crochet the spiky choker, I'll be using DK weight yarn in black and white. For tools, I'll be using a 3.5mm hook, scissors, stitch markers, tapestry needle, and a measuring tape to show you some measurements. And you'll need a little bit of stuffing or scrap yarn to stuff the spikes. Starting with the black DK weight yarn, we'll need to make a slip knot and chain 6. Here's our chain, and the 6th stitch was our turning chain, so we're going to turn your chain over here so you can see these bumps, and then make a single crochet in the second one from the hook, and that would be this one right here. Right there. So make your single crochet in there. And now make a single crochet in each of the remaining bumps here. That's our 5 single crochets. So now we can chain 1, turn our work, and now make a single crochet in each of the stitches. Chain 1, turn your work, and now keep following this pattern until you can wrap this around your neck with a little tiny gap about an inch. So I'll keep working on this and I'll meet you once I have that length. Here's my strap, and it measures 11.5 inches or around 29 centimeters. To make the border, you'll need to bring your hook back where you left off, chain 1, and make a single crochet in the same space where you made your last single crochet, right in here. Now you'll need to make a single crochet in every single one of these little holes that you can see on the sides. And work your way all the way down to this corner, and I'll tell you the next step. That was my last single crochet. Now we'll need to chain 1 and make a single crochet in that same space. And that creates kind of like a sharp corner. Now we'll need to make 1 single crochet in the next stitch, which is right here. And then 1 single crochet in this stitch right here. And now we're going to need to make a chain to make the strap for our choker. So make this as long as you want. Here's my chain, and you can see it's about the same length as the base of my choker. And now we need to work back up this chain. So go into the 2nd stitch away from your hook, which you can see it's this bump right here, right there. And make a slip stitch. And now go down this whole chain making slip stitches until you reach the base. And my last slip stitch right in here. Now we're at the base of the strap, so you'll go back into the same stitch where you made that last single crochet and make another single crochet right in there. And that's how you make the strap. And you can see it comes out of the 3rd stitch on the base, which is right in the middle. Now make a single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next, and since this is a corner stitch, we'll need to chain 1 and make another single crochet in the same space. And now we reach this side over here. You'll need to follow the same steps as we did on the other side, making the border and then the strap. and then I'll meet you once I have that done. My last single crochet, and to finish this off, just chain 1 and then slip stitch into this single crochet on the side here. And now you can cut your yarn. Pull through, and I'll weave in this end as well as this end. And I'll do that with the tapestry needle. That's our completed choker base and straps, and now we'll move on to the spikes. We'll be using the white DK weight yarn, and we'll need to start off with the magic ring. To make a magic ring, I put the yarn on my pointer finger and I grab it with my thumb, then wrap around these 2 fingers and put this over, and then hold it with my pinky. Then with the 3.5mm hook, go under here, and then pick this up, kind of turn, and then use this yarn that is from your feeding yarn and make a chain. Turn like this, and you have a magic ring. And now we'll need to make 4 single crochets into this magic ring. Pull on this string to close, and then slip stitch into the first single crochet to join. And this is the first round of our cone or spike. Chain 1. Now we're not going to go in here, we're going to go in the stitch right next to it, and we'll need to make 1 single crochet right there. Now in the next stitch, we'll need to make 2 single crochets. In the third, we're going to make 1 single crochet. And in the fourth, we're going to need to make 2 single crochets, but you can see this kind of curled up, so I'm going to pop it out. And our fourth stitch is right here, so we need to make 2 single crochets in there. And now we'll need to slip stitch into the first stitch to join, and that will be right over here. Not this right here, but this right here. This is the chain 1 that we did. And this is the beginning of your cone. Chain 1. And for the third round, you'll just need to make 1 single crochet in every stitch. So you'll have a total of 6 single crochets for this round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then slip stitch into the first stitch to join, and it's really easy to mistake in the chain 1 for the first stitch, so just make sure it has these lines of a single crochet and slip stitch into there. For the fourth round, chain 1, and now we'll need to make our increase on the 3rd stitch and the 6th stitch. So 1 single crochet in the 1st, 1 single crochet in the 2nd, 2 single crochets in the 3rd. One single crochet in the 4th, 1 single crochet in the 5th, and 2 single crochets in the 6th. And then slip stitch into the 1st stitch to join. So since we just made a round with an increase, the next round will be just a repeat round of making 1 single crochet in every stitch. And now this time we'll have 8 single crochets for this round. That was my 8th stitch. So now we can slip stitch into the 1st stitch to join. So since that was a repeat round, the next round will be an increase. So this time we're going to make an increase on the 4th stitch and the 8th stitch. 1 single crochet in the 1st, 1 single crochet in the 2nd, 1 single crochet in the 3rd, and 2 single crochets in the 4th. One in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and 2 in the 8th. And then slip stitch into the 1st stitch to join, of course ignoring that chain 1 we did earlier. And this will be your final repeat round, so you'll have 10 single crochets now, 1 single crochet in every stitch. And then slip stitch into the 1st stitch to join. And at this point we can cut the yarn, but make sure to leave a long tail since we'll use it to sew this on. And you can pull through. So this is how you make the spike, and you need to make as many of these as you need for your whole choker. So I think about 8 to 10 depending on the length of the strap. So keep making these and I'll meet you to assemble the choker. Here are all my spikes, and now we can take stitch markers and kind of mark where we want them to be. Once you marked all your spikes, you can move them to the side. And then take one of your cones, and you can stuff the loose end into the cone, and then take some stuffing and fill up the cone all the way. And you can always use the end of your crochet hook to really stuff it in there. Now we're ready to sew. So take this yarn tail and your darning needle and go ahead and thread this on. Now you can start from anywhere. I'll start from right here. And I'm gonna line this up with my stitch marker right here and start sewing. Now on the other side, and then through here. Just work your way around the whole spike. Once you've sewn on your spike, we're going to need to tuck in this end. So to do that, I like to go into the closest loop right here, and then tie it off like that, and then go into the spike itself, and then come up from anywhere in the spike like this, and just cut off this tail right here. So your spike should be on there, and now I'll continue sewing on the rest of my spikes, and I'll meet you once I'm done with that. I just finished sewing on all my spikes, and this is pretty much the completed choker. This is what it looks like. And then you would just tie it around your neck with these straps right here. If you have any questions or suggestions, you can leave them in the comments, and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.